So this is what the roof is like just after 3 weeks of using the Autoglem. In hard rain, it certainly isn't beating. Hello and welcome to another video. I thought today I'd show you how I clean and I protect my soft top roof on my Jaguar XKR. So these products, they can be used on other soft top roofs for other cars. The cleaning product that I use could be used on ordinary vinyl roofs, but they don't need the waterproofing afterwards. So what I used previously was this Autoglem product. Firstly the cleaner and then the soft top protector, which says it revives the appearance and also it will waterproof it as well. But my experience of these products, especially the protector, is it just seems to only last a few weeks. So what I've done that lasts a lot longer, I'm going to use the Surfix HD. It's water-based degreaser, but it's just a general cleaner. I use it for the interiors, I use it for all sorts of stuff. 10% of that to water in a spray. And then I'm going to use the Fabrisil. Now this product is really used or designed to be used on tents and outdoor equipment, but they're made from the same material, so this works really well and lasts a lot longer. Please let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to hear what cleaners you use and what sealers you've used on your soft tops and what experiences you've had, because I'm always interested to experiment. What I'm doing here isn't necessarily going to be the best product to use, but it's certainly something I'm going to try, and let's see the results. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this this wet and give it a good clean with the Surfix HD with a brush to get right into the grain of the material, and then I'll rinse it down, let it dry, and I'll vacuum it off before I get it resealed. So small areas at a time, just put the cleaner on. And if we agitate it, get right into the seams. Now the areas that are really dirty around here, so I'm going to do those a couple of times. One area that's important, you can see down in here how dirty that is. You can see it's sprayed all out here, but that will need 2 or 3 goes to make it fully clean. As this side has been cleaned, but that needs another go. Don't know if it comes out on camera, but somewhere here there's slight evidence of a green tinge. There's certainly a lot of debris in there. I'll give that another go. So one nice thing about the Surfix HD is because it's water based, it just rinses away. So it actually leaves no residue on your car at all. It's important to give it a good rinse and then we'll let it dry. So the way you apply this, you apply it with a paintbrush and then you just go over it with a clean cloth just to even everything out, and then you allow it to dry for around about 6 hours before it's fully set and before you can take the car in the rain. So hopefully we'll have a dry day after today for it to set fully through the afternoon. So I've given this a good clean, it's all nice and dry now. It just needs a light vac off the top just to get rid of all the little bits and pieces that are left. and then I'll paint it on. So I'll do this one panel at a time. The panel here first, and then I'll do the main panel at the top, and then the one over the side as well. It just, in my head, it just means I can break up the different areas that I'm painting, so it makes sure everything's covered and nothing gets missed. Make sure you do along the seams thoroughly. Just make sure everywhere is thoroughly wet. You can see where you've done, where you haven't done. And I'll go over the whole roof and let it dry. As you can see, I've taped up all the way around just to reduce the number of splashes that goes into the window and certainly the paint. But you need to put it on to a good thickness. You can always tell when you need some more. So for example, just here needs more, because even when you brush it across it doesn't really cover it. You can then see when it's covered. Even I've painted up to here from the edge, and even going back to it just a few minutes later, you'll be able to see straight away where you've been to, because it all lathers up. So it helps you know when it's on evenly. Right, doing the whole roof, it looks like I've used possibly only around about half of the can. This can is supposed to be able to do a two-man tent, so maybe I'll put it on thicker than you perhaps would have done normally, but I've put it on just so it's soaked in. As you can see, all looks nice and even and nice and black. So the last thing now, we'll remove the tape. This is just painter's tape, and we'll wait for it to dry, and I'll wet it up and see if it beads nicely. And if you watch other videos in future, at some point I'll reference back to this and give you an update of how well this is performing. Today's date is the 8th of March 2022. So hopefully in 6 months' time it's still performing just as well. So let's check the result. I think that's pretty good.